Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody is doing great today. It's Tuesday, May 6th. Logan had a great birthday yesterday. We had a real good time, got something good to eat from Olive Garden. He had eggplant parmesan, him and Joy both did, and I had chicken parmesan. So it was really good. We haven't been there for about, I think the last time I used that Fetch gift card for most of it. But the last time I used one there, the prices had gone up from what I could tell. Yeah, definitely. Okay, but it's always good there. So, also Logan wants to do his show tomorrow, Wednesday, so that's fine with me. So then today I made a making thumbnails video, so check that out. One good thing about those is, like, if you may have missed the haul of a certain haul, like Dollar Tree or whatever, I do show some of the products. I don't know if I had it on Dollar Tree or not, because I knew what I was going to use for that. It may not have been a good example to use Dollar Tree, but like let's say I had a haul with Kroger, and then I thought there was, I make a thumbnail picture of anything that I think I might want to use for the thumbnail, and the ones that don't make it, they're still in my phone, so I put them in there too, so you might be able to see some of the things I thought were worthy for a thumbnail but didn't make it. So definitely check that out. Well, I didn't even say the weather. Currently it's 53 degrees, high today 68. It's been cooler, but that's good because I needed to work out there in the garden, which I did. 8% chance of rain and winds at 2 miles per hour. I've got the worst of it finally. Since I even did the far one, the grass is already growing through, so you have to fight that all summer, because unless you get the root, it's going to grow back up. And wherever you break the root, it'll probably grow again anyway. I mean, that stuff grows no matter what. But I've already got some I'll have to pull out before I plant that section. The middle one's in good shape. And now all that's left is over against the house here, that's a big one. And it got worse as it went along. It was harder to dig those up with the hoe. My hoe probably needs sharpened or something, because it wasn't doing that great of a job. But I finally got it, and I got the bulk of it thrown away and in what I could fit in my compost. And so now I need to go out there with a rake and there's rocks in it. There's, little pieces of dead whatever I dug up out there, weeds and stuff and grass. So I need to get that cleaned out to where it's presentable, to be out there and plant all my transplants. The plants are ready. There's no doubt about that. They're ready. Those little ones, I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll either give them away, the ones that are left over, give them away, or maybe probably the ones that look the strongest I might put in some pots out there. But I'm about there. My goal is, weather permitting, is the 10th. Somewhere around there, 10th, 11th, 9th, so we'll see how it goes. It's definitely going to need a lot of new soil up against the house. Okay, and Logan got a card, and it came from Diane Parker. She's a longtime viewer, and we always appreciate, cards and stuff. So here it is. It says, "Happy birthday." I like that. What colors and stuff. Logan, wishing you all the best on your birthday and a year ahead filled with everything you really enjoy. Happy birthday, love you, Diane Parker. It says number 6, 24, and 26. That's some nice stickers over here. Thank you, Diane. I'm sure Logan said he appreciated it too, to let you know. Okay. So not sure what we're having for dinner. Probably nothing, amazing. May just fix some sandwiches or something. I don't know. But we've just been busy and stuff. a lot going on. See, my mom's birthday's coming up, and you know, Logan's birthday, and then Mother's Day. And so busy coming up. Several things coming up too. Okay, let's see what our jokes are like today. How do you start a fairy tale in the modern era? If elected, I promise. A church had a man in the choir who couldn't sing. Several people hinted to him that he could serve in other places, but he continued to come to the choir. The choir director became desperate and went to the pastor. You've got to get that man out of the choir, he said. If you don't, I'm going to resign. The choir members are going to quit too. Please do something. So the pastor went to the man and suggested, perhaps you should leave the choir. Why should I get out of the choir, he asked. Well, 5 or 6 people have told me you can't sing. That's nothing, the man snorted. 50 people have told me that you can't preach. Oh, you didn't. You didn't. Okay, let's see. Thought of the day is from Alexander Dumas. How is it that little children are so intelligent and men are so stupid? It must be education that does it. Okay. Let's see what we got here for trivia time. I wanted to try start with this one and see if it, if it goes, if it's interesting or, come on, or what? Come on, don't be slow. My poison ivy is actually, it's doing pretty good. It's still red, and it did spread to some of the other fingers, but it's not, it must, whatever I had last year when I was supposed to go to the doctor and have this mole here taken off, and they ended up leaving it when they did the biopsy. But I couldn't do it at first because I had poison ivy all over my wrist. That stuff took about a month at least to get rid of. Hi, kitty. I don't know what it was, but this stuff here is going away a little bit faster. Okay, let's see how this goes. Which metal melts at the highest point? Tungsten, aluminum, lead, brass. I think it's tungsten. Right. Tungsten has the highest melting point, that is on the higher end of the spectrum, and titanium for more commonly used metals. The temperature at which tungsten begins to melt is 6,150 degrees, while titanium begins to melt at 3,040. Isn't that something? Okay, maybe this will be interesting. We'll see. What is the name of the kitchen on a space shuttle? Mess hall, galley, culinary pod, shuttle diner. Well, if it's like other spaceships that's been in movies and stuff, they usually call it the galley. Let's go get something to eat at the galley. That's right. Space shuttle astronauts used a device like this in the crew cabin mid-deck to prepare their meals. Instead of typical kitchen appliances, their galley had only a water dispenser to rehydrate dried foods, a low-temperature oven to warm food packages, and a timer. That won't be too hard to fix everything. Okay. What 1985 concert promoted action to send food to Ethiopia? Feed the People, Live Aid, Band Aid, Comic Relief. Well, I don't think you would call it Comic Relief. Feed the People. You'd think it would be, it sounds logical that it would be Feed the People, but I remember one called Live Aid. I'm going to go with that. That's right. See, that's kind of a tricky one there. Live Aid was a multi-venue benefit concert held on Saturday, 13 July 85, as well as a music-based fundraising initiative. Okay. What does the S stand for in the condition PMS? Syndrome, scar, symptom, sign. Sign? I think it's syndrome, right? PMS, premenstrual syndrome, is the name for the symptoms women can experience in the weeks before their period. Okay. All right, next one. Who was Abraham Lincoln's first vice president, 1861 to 1865? Hannibal Hamlin, Edwin Stanton, William H. Seward, Andrew Johnson. Man, you never really hear about that. Andrew Johnson is about that time, and he is actually from Greenville, Tennessee, which really isn't that far from us. That's where he was born, I believe, because there's a park and stuff out there. Okay, anyway, no, that park is at Davy Crockett Park, I think, not Andrew Johnson Park. But anyway, I'm pretty sure he's from Greenville. I'm going to go with Andrew Johnson. No, I've never heard of Hannibal Hamlin. Vice President Hamlin. Never really heard of it. So I didn't get that one. Hannibal Hamlin, born August 27, 1809 in Paris Hill, Maine. He was the 15th Vice President of the United States. Well, news to me. What is the biggest desert in the United States? Okanagan Desert, Mojave Desert, Great Basin Desert, Sonoran Desert. I think it's the Mojave. No, it isn't. It's Great Basin Desert. Encompassing the better part of 200,000 square miles. Wow, the Great Basin Desert is the largest desert in the United States. Okay, 4 right, 2 wrong. What does a Fletcher make? Fletcher. Arrows, shields, swords, bows. Wow, I don't really know. I don't know. For some reason, I want to say arrows. I'm probably wrong. Nope, that's right. I don't know. I just used my ESP. Yeah, it works good. The Fletcher used a variety of equipment to fashion arrows. They were usually recruited into armies. One might require 10 or so Fletchers and their apprentices. They probably, they had a job as long as they used bow and arrows. In which of these states is the Cheaha State Park located? Cheaha, Cheaha State Park located. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Montana, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Alabama. Well, I don't really know. I'm going to go with South Dakota. No, it's Alabama, and we used to live in Birmingham, my family. I was about 9 or 10, maybe a little older, probably till about I was about 11, from 9 to 11 probably. Which of these okay, it's Alabama, so I missed that one. Okay, what is the name of the screw used to pump water uphill? Aristotle, Archimedes, Plato, Pythagoras, which is the name of the screw that used to pump water uphill. I'm gonna go with Archimedes. That's right. The Archimedes screw is a machine for raising water, allegedly invented by the ancient Greek scientist Archimedes for removing water from the hold of a large ship. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. I got 6 right and 3 wrong. What is the state capital of Missouri? St. Louis, Kansas City, Jefferson City, Springfield. Wow, you know, I don't know. Springfield's pretty big, as from what I understand. I might be wrong, but I'm going to go with, it might be St. Louis, though. I'm going with Springfield. No, it's neither one. It's Jefferson City, which I've never really heard of, and that's their capital, state capital. So, I ended up with 6 right and 4 wrong. I liked this. I definitely learned several things. And I have studied about Lincoln before quite a bit, you know, over the years. And I may have read the vice president's name, but I couldn't have told you who it was. So what was it? Hannibal Hamlin. So Double H. You know, Triple H on wrestling. You got Double H for vice president with Lincoln. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Definitely check out the Making Thumbnails video later today. And Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews will be on Wednesday. Bye, everyone, and God bless.